2011 began with promise for Roger Federer. He wanted to build on the success in London of the year-end championships. He felt this was a very important year. He talked about perhaps getting back to the #1 ranking. He's 1 week short. Pete Sampras's all-time record for weeks at #1, but he's going the wrong direction. Djokovic jumping him. This is first event since Indian Wells, of course, where Roger's the #3 player. And tonight, Patrick, on a court that should have given him a fair chance, he looks like no match for the world #1.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
And he was quick to say after Australia, man, don't write me off yet. It's easy to make snap decisions. He's often criticized folks for making hasty judgments after he has a rare loss, but he says talk to me in a few months. It's kind of around the French Open time. Well, we're getting closer to that.
That's going to be difficult for him because he's going to get annoyed. He's going to get annoyed that people like us are going to say that, you know, the reality is starting to set in. Is this the end of an era? Can he still win big tournaments? I believe he can, but he looks just overmatched tonight.
Patrick, one thing I've been thinking about for a while is Roger Federer plays with the smallest frame on tour. You know, and it's time for him to go to a bigger Wilson head, maybe with a little more power. I think that would help him as he gets close to 30.
I think it could, but I think it's hard to get someone like a Federer. I remember we used to talk about that with Sampras toward the end of his career. You know, someone that's so great, one of the greatest ever, maybe the greatest ever in Federer's case. Just so you got to do something different, but
these 2 points from the exits here in Miami.
But as I said, you know, just to follow up on that thought, Chris, I think it's that he's going to be annoyed by the questions, but they're going to come, and he's going to have to deal with them. That's going to be part of what he's going to have to live with over the however long he continues to play.
All the greats in any sport have to live with those questions.
Yep.
I don't care if you're Michael Jordan, Jack Nicklaus, or Lance Armstrong. When you pick the sport and the all-time champion, and there's a point where time catches up, and so does the pack, and then it begins to pass you. But I think fans who appreciate Roger so much and what he's done, Patrick, just are curious, and hopefully he can have that run of form where you can put it together for 2 weeks and add to the resume before it is too late. It's getting very late right now in Miami. Nadal, match point.
Excuse me, Chris, the 37th unforced error in the match for Federer.
Appropriate finish. A mugging in Miami. Rafa will take it. He did his part, but it's deflating because there was such anticipation. 6 years in the making, and it's an hour and 18 minutes, and it's over.
Yeah, he's got, obviously, he has a lot of thoughts for Roger Federer and tremendous respect for Roger Federer, but he doesn't have any mercy for him. No. And he's going to try to beat him down, and that's exactly what he did. And this is going to be a tough one for Federer to swallow because he was just outclassed. I mean, there was really very little that said he had a chance to win this match.
Very slow walk.
Yeah, he looks pretty deflated, pretty fatigued.
6 years now since Federer has been in the final of this event that he's won twice, and the flight back to Europe, he'll turn his attention to the clay and Monte Carlo, the next event. All the big names will be there. Rafa, one more match to play on the purple court before he thinks of the red clay, and that'll be Sunday against Djokovic. That's a tasty final. It's a rematch of Indian Wells. Djokovic started slowly but turned that match around. But boy, the way Djokovic is playing with the perfect record this year and the consecutive performances now by Nadal, it sets the stage, doesn't it?
I think it'll be a tremendous final, and I like Nadal. I think he's ready. I think he's very confident right now, playing much better than he was. Djokovic has been awesome, but I think Nadal is primed to get that one. It's going to be a heck of a match.
Novak's listening, so that's good. You're gonna.
Well, you know, Novak's done okay. Okay, he's doing pretty well this year. So
yeah, I think so.
And he's certainly got a great shot. He's beaten Nadal the last time they played, and they're the top two guys in the world. I mean, that's what's clear. That's
maybe with the gap
more
right
than,
now.
Yeah, the gap's widening a little bit. Federer's still number 3, and he's still in there, and he can still get through and win a big title. But if these guys are at their